How are you guys doing today? You guys doing good? You guys doing great? It's fantastic. Good to hear. Hold on to that thought. I got a fart. Fart ain't coming, that's a shit. Today, gonna be a pretty kind of short and sweet, to the point video. Just gonna give you guys some updates on some of the engine parts. I did get the Flex Hone tool for the engine block to get a better finish, like I mentioned on the last video. And also today we're gonna be taking a look at the pistons, cleaning those up a little bit, hopefully freeing up those rings, seeing what condition that was in after we dipped it in the Evapo-Rust. And then finally, we're gonna be doing a full build sheet calculation on what it's gonna cost to LS swap my C4 Corvette. Stick around for that because there might be a giveaway with that build sheet. So let's get to it. Now, what we got here is a bag. What's under the bag? Engine block with Flex Hone tool. Let me show you guys real quick what one even looks like. There's many names for this tool, Flex Hone, Ball Hone, or as many people like to call it, Dingle Hone. No, that's not a joke, as people actually call it that. I am gonna take this Flex Hone tool here, and I'm gonna basically stick it in and out like what I was doing in the last video into the engine, and kind of go at a steady speed. And this is gonna give the cylinder walls a really, really nice finish. But before we do that, we're gonna go through and actually really clean off the surfaces here. And then after, just wash everything through thoroughly, we're gonna Flex Hone. All right, so what we're gonna do here, we're gonna take a couple of scraper tools here and just scrape off the face surfaces here. And after that, we're gonna go in with some brake clean, thoroughly clean the face and the cylinders again, re-lube them again, and then we'll go in with the Flex Hone seal. So let's do that. All right, so now we're gonna actually start ball honing the cylinder walls here. It's recommended to do it for about 20 to 45 seconds. 20 to 45 seconds to hold this in there at a constant speed. And you're supposed to go into it while it's rotating and come out of it while it's rotating. You can't just go and shove it in there and then turn it on, or stop in there and then take it out. You gotta go in there while it's still continuously rotating. So here's how the cylinders look after they've been ball honed and re-oiled / cleaned. I mean, what can I look? And then again, it's like this is the worst side of the two, right? Or was the worst side of the two. Look at that. That crosshatch is nice. So now let's go take a look at those pistons. So last time we left off, we left these pistons dipped in Evapo-Rust in hopes that it could free up some of those rings that were kind of seized on that piston because there was water that got into that engine when I got it. So let's take a look at these. The rings haven't popped out exactly, but significantly less rust. I will tell you that right now. So that is good news. So I will take these out and start washing these pistons. All right, so I'm gonna dilute some of this water in this bucket with degreaser and just dip it in the solution, scrub really, really well, and also both with hand brushes and my drill here, and get as much crud off of the pistons. And like I said, again, I apologize if I seem a little lower energy in previous videos. I still feel pretty sick from yesterday. So just recovering from that stuff. But trust me when I say I'm pretty, ooh, this already looks way better. And just like that, look at this piston. That is looking worlds different as opposed to, take a look at this. The old one, oh, look at that. Cleaned, old. So let's get to doing all of them. Dracula. So you can see here, just coated with crud. But on the bright side, take a look at these pistons. I mean, they look to be in great shape now. So I'm gonna do the other set and then we'll go back inside. All right, now that we have all the pistons and connecting rods clean, next step after that, after seeing that they're in good condition, is order the piston rings, and as well as connecting rod bearings and main bearings and all that sort of stuff. And on that topic, let's go ahead and talk about how much this swap is gonna cost me. So let's go inside. Okay, time for the final part of the video here. We're gonna be going through essentially what is my entire build list for what it's gonna take to LS swap my C4 Corvette. And I thought of a really cool way to get you guys engaged as well and guessing and interacting more with me. I'm gonna go through the entire list of all the parts that I can currently identify that I need to LS swap this C4 Corvette, put them on the screen and everything. And then you guys are gonna comment to see what the price is gonna be to LS swap my C4 Corvette, and whoever is closest will get a $50 Amazon gift card. Okay, so let's get to it. All right, so we're gonna start off here. I'm gonna block out the website, obviously the prices, just so you guys just can't get a cheat code of trying to guess, whatever it's gonna be. And just keep it as fair as possible. So I'm gonna throw this up on the screen here as I'm going through it. Currently, I need an LS conversion 4-inch mass airflow adapter. Also a LS conversion 4-inch mass airflow hump hose. Also a brake boost hose, that is for my LS swap. Water pump bolt kit. AC and main hose assembly. I am gonna be keeping AC on this car because you got me up if you think I'm not gonna have AC on this car anymore. I've driven enough cars with no AC, I'm over it. LS engine conversion oil temp sensor, adapter, LS conversion for specifically my C4 Corvette on the coil packs. I've heard a lot of the times that there is clearance issues when I'm trying to get it in there. It's pretty low in there, so we need to get that. Power steering supply hose, AC compressor support kit, radiator hose kit, pre-made heater supply hose, and then a surge tank hose for the water pump, GM oil pressure adapter fitting. Then we need evap to accumulator tube hose, obviously a belt, a Sandin AC compressor, power steering reservoir kit, power steering pump assembly, power steering pressure hose, engine mounts, throttle cable, belt tensioner, alternator, 90-degree heater hose, power steering pump accessory bracket kit, fuel line conversion kit, water pump with 2 specific 90-degree angle fittings on them. Heard it's a huge issue with fitting LS water pumps into these LT Corvettes. And then an engine mount. Not only that, but I will also need this Corvette 24X Link PCM kit. Now what this kit really does, it'll literally just complete my entire LS swap. I can get all the mounts, I can get it seated in there right, but it's not gonna be worth a crap if obviously you can't get it running and communicate into an ECU, the brain of the entire operation. And this company does something pretty cool. They convert an LS PCM to have the same ECM inputs through the wiring harness as the Corvette one right now. What I mean by that exactly is take this ECM that came out of a Honda Prelude, okay? You see the connectors here at the end? So the engine or the engine bay harness connects into these parts right here and it communicates to the computer, right? Computer, show me his balls. And so what this company does is they take an LS ECM that originally obviously has LS connectors, female connectors. They take this, convert it into what the connectors that the Corvette has currently now. So I literally would just have to take and order this PCM off of this website, and then my original engine harness would plug in and it would automatically communicate with all of the sensors that it currently has now. I know what you're thinking. Well, this is an old vehicle. You might have to convert everything over from OBD1 to OBD2. Well, guess what? This is 96. Everything's already OBD2. And as well, I've cross-referenced every single engine sensor on this car, and they're all the exact same. So literally what I have to do, order this PCM that'll directly communicate to all the sensors, buy all new sensors, and all the sensors will connect onto this engine that was already on this engine. And on top of that, this engine bracket is gonna sit the engine in the exact same position that this current engine is at now. So the transmission doesn't have to move at all. You see what I'm saying? This is all gonna be more or less plug and play. And on top of that as well, the dash is gonna work like factory. This company also sells a C4 Corvette CCM LSD dash controller module. Now what does that do exactly? Let's read the description. Swapping an LS engine and PCM into your C4 Corvette usually means losing your factory digital dash and gauges. The stock CCM module can't talk to an LS PCM, leaving you with the blank screen and no readouts. So usually people have to convert to like a Holley Terminator or a Haltech screen, right? Just get rid of the whole original. This takes care of it for you. The CCM LCD controller module solves that problem. Originally only included in our 24X Link PCM kit, it's now available as a standalone upgrade. This module bridges communication between your LS PCM and the factory cluster, restoring full dash functionality and adding all new advanced digital gauges. I get to keep everything original while upgrading to an LS on this. This is insane. And mind you, you can only do this on a 96 because it's already OBD2. They switched all vehicles over to OBD2 on 96. 95, it was still OBD1, so you'd have to switch all the sensors around and get them to hold it, everything new. This is already there. The engine harness is already there. You don't have to mess with any of that. The engine harness that it has now is gonna be used for the LS swap that I'm gonna do. Dude, friggin' solid, man. Hell yeah. Well, anyway, that's gonna wrap it up for today here. Like I said, a little bit of a shorter video, short to the point. But didn't have a whole lot of time to record today, unfortunately. We're still recovering from being sick all day, really Friday and Saturday. But making little progress. We are going to go ahead and order all of the seals that we need for the engine. Really just kind of go from there. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you later. Again, don't really have an official outro, so fuck you guys.